Welcome back to more Let's Play Pikmin. Last time, we learned just what Pikmin were, how to control them, and did a lot of the basics of learning the beginning of the game. We also managed to get 2 whole ship parts back, and not only did we get the red Pikmin, we got the yellow ones fairly quickly as well. Now, while we did get them extremely quickly, the next set of Pikmin isn't going to come that easily. So, let's jump into the Forest of Hope again, and let's see just what we can recover. Now, with all the things we unlocked, we've actually given ourselves a huge boon. So, things should be fairly easy. Now, first and foremost, I want to bring down, honestly, I'm thinking like 40 red Pikmin. And then let's grab like 25 yellow. I think those numbers should be good. Ideally, have a few of them pick some grass, just because it will be helpful. And if we notice over here, this is somewhere we couldn't explore for, there's a big yellow pellet up here. We can actually throw the yellow Pikmin all the way up, and they should be able to lift it up for themselves. Very useful. Now, otherwise, all these delectable nectar pellets here are going to give us some nice and powerful red Pikmin, which is going to be very important for taking out all these enemies over here. This is the main reason I wanted to get them all, well, out and ready, is that we got some fighting to do. So, let's get ourselves ready, shall we? Now, I want to say this many should be good enough. So, we could take our yellow boys with us, too. I just know that, namely, it's the reds I want actually doing the combat. So, let's keep that in mind. Now, over this way, ooh. Here we have a new little enemy. A little wispy, which has some nectar for us. Can help get us some more flowered Pikmin. Very useful. Ideally, I want to try to sneak by this Bulborb. Best we can. There we go. And then, give him the old bum rush technique. Easy as pie. As you can see, the old bum rush technique really does numbers. It is phenomenal. So otherwise, let's get our red Pikmin numbers up. And let's get a couple of our lads working on this. Now through here, I want to say, yep, some grubbies. These little grubs don't kill Pikmin, but those purple ones do. Ow. They also can hit Captain Olimar, as you can see. Oh, and they killed one. So as you can see, the Pikmin aren't the most intelligent little fellas. They're not dumb, but they're also not the smartest. And unfortunately, these grubs, if they bite a Pikmin, will kill it. Ow. Additionally, if they bite Olimar, it's going to hurt. Now, if you notice, if a Pikmin lands directly on certain enemies, they'll just outright kill it, which is really useful. So, now that the way of danger has been cleared, we can start grabbing this part up there. As you can see, we're going to need more Pikmin, but that is a-okay. Seeing as our yellows are slowly working on that, which is great. We can run back, grab our red Pikmin over here. And then as you can see, there was a big, solid black wall over there. Maybe more granite, but you get the idea. Black in nature and color. And, we're going to need a lot of bomb rocks to blow that up. All of the black walls, or at least the darker ones, I guess really it is more like a granite or onyx kind of color rather than just straight up black. Otherwise, you know, it'd be a little harder to see, but you get the idea. Point is, the darker walls require a lot more damage to take down than the lighter ones. So, we're going to need some firepower for that. Unfortunately, we did use a fair few of our bombs already, so it's going to take a little while. Now, what I want to do here is I actually want to send a couple more Pikmin up this way. So that way, A, they can start doing the flower there. But also, there's a wall up there they can start working on. So what I plan on doing here is ideally killing these other grubbies. There we go. And then sending our other reds up here. And basically bringing everything back while we are on the way back. That way, get everything done nice and efficiently. And I figure with whoever is left, we can have them take out these little plants. Start taking all that back.
It's my whimsical radar. With this, I'll be able to see all nearby ship parts in a single glance. I just press Y to check it. This find fills me with great hope.
So yeah, there's the radar he was talking about the last episode. That's going to really help. So now, grab these pellets here. Have these two start helping out over here. I guess see if we can call one back. There we go. And then ideally, we'll get all these guys up there once these fine Pikmin are done bringing everything back. Very nice.
Whimsical radar. This important part can detect the locations of the other missing parts. The radar will be added to my monitor, which I can press Y to see.
Or to view.
C zooms in and out. This will surely help me in my search for the remaining parts. I've now recovered 3 of 30 parts. If I can just find just 2 more, I should be able to increase my ship's capabilities.
I don't know why I'm garbling my words so much like that. Just reading things out of order, or just straight up not reading them correctly. I don't know. Weird little thing. But sometimes you're just so excited to play a game that you just read things a little out of order like that. And maybe that's just a me issue. Don't know. But you get the idea. Otherwise, grab that. Ideally, come help these lads finish this gate. Perfect. And now what I want to do is I actually want to throw them all up here. And you may wonder why that is. Well, there's another big gate up there. And frankly, I want to get that knocked down as soon as I can. And the reason I'm throwing them up here is because we can't actually get them around the other way. Because if we go around here, there is water and a gate. Which, to be honest, I kind of forgot about the gate. So, never mind. We just won't do this today. Should be all fine. Come on back, little buddy. Because instead, it looks like what we'll be doing is some high-octane combat. So as you can see, there are parts aplenty. What I want to do is try to land a Pikmin on you. Perfect. And luckily that didn't wake up Big Mama. Come on now, lads. Knock that off. Trying to be sneaky, which at this point, swarm them. Get them. Perfect. With that out of the way, start bringing all that back, because we should just have one little enemy. Perfect. And
I found the Nova Blaster. This emits a dazzling burst of light capable of destroying almost anything. I'm not exactly sure about this, but the promotional brochure claims that it blast can travel in the currents of space-time, smashing through stars and into the rifts of space.
Well, seems like a great deal. Even better now that we have it in our possession. I was going to say, ideally, some of those yellows would stay behind. But that is okay. We can simply follow them back. Oh, there's a couple of our yellows. Gentlemen, come on. get it together. We need you on the demolition squad. Because bombs abound. As you can see, only the yellow ones can actually pick up bombs. The red ones cannot, which is fine. So what we want to do is take all of our yellow Pikmin and go back to that other door over this way. Because we're going to need to start blowing that wall down.
Nova Blaster. This is a weapon of such incredible destructive force that it can blast stars into tiny pieces. It has a strange allure. I have now recovered 4 of 30 parts. If I can find just one more, I should be able to increase my ship's capabilities.
Very, very nice. Ideally, 2 at a time, 2 at a time. I believe this takes like 12 or something. Well, sorry, buddy. This is why sometimes using different Pikmin can really be a hassle. Because again, they're not very intelligent. So, while that ideally shouldn't have happened, well, he got a little overzealous. But hey, we'll make up for it. Otherwise, get the whole crew together. Honestly, start having them whack down some more pellets for us, because more is always better. At least when it comes to Pikmin. So, knock all this stuff down. I want to say, yeah, there's another Bulborb up here. If I remember correctly, should be able to throw all of our Pikmin up here, and I think this is the one you can walk around for. The other I wasn't incredibly certain. But as you can see, throwing Pikmin up takes a lot of time. That's one of the bad things about it. But it is a necessary evil should we wish to do this now. Because I believe Olimar can walk up here and be in a whole new area with a whole new item.
It's the shock absorber. This apparatus counteracts the shaking and swaying that normally occurs during flight. It's smooth sailing with this plate in place, usually.
As you can see, we have another big Bulborb guarding yet another item. So this is where the marching comes in. Ideally, get everyone around, march them all in, beat them up best we can. Have a couple casualties, nothing we can't handle. Again, not super ideal, but that's life. Otherwise, have all our gentlemen start carrying this back, and the corpse of the fallen enemy will more than make up for our losses. Now, if I can grab all of our gentlemen here, start bringing all this stuff back. Again, I would really like to get those bombs, but we just may not have enough time for it today, which is okay. Now, one thing I don't like about Pikmin 1, 2, not to say it's horrible or anything, but just an observation, is that when Pikmin fail to carry an object, they get sad and slow down for a minute, which can really hurt.
Shock absorber. This nifty little device counteracts the shaking and swing experienced in typical flight, or space flight. I have recovered 5 of 30 parts, increasing the dolphin's capabilities. My search can now cover a wider area.
Very nice. Now, luckily, I don't actually think that takes any time off your timer, so don't be too worried about that. But here are all the delectable bombs we wish for. And if I'm wise, we will just continue going this way, because there should be enough bombs. Come on, lads. Again, this is where having those flowered Pikmin is quite helpful. Otherwise, dismiss them into groups. Grab all of our bomb Pikmin. 1, 2. Gotta be a little careful there. 1, 2. Ooh, and there's another big thing you gotta be watch out for. if they get stuck on that lip, they can end up basically getting killed from it. It's not great. Let's pause everyone there. And see if we can get that final item back, shall we? Grab everyone we can. Rush back. It's okay if we lose some on the way. Because frankly, I'm trying to get that part before the end of the day, as quick as I can. Come on, baby.
It's the extraordinary bolt. I bought this incredible bolt because the salesman told me it is of extraordinary quality that is indiscernible to the average person. Exactly what makes it so extraordinary is a secret. But just look at it. Extraordinary.
Uh-huh. So yeah, there you go. Get all 50 Pikmin on there. And ideally, they should be able to carry this back in time. Here's where I want to take a look. Alright, everyone should be all good and accounted for. Which means we can rush back and ideally pluck all of the Pikmin that are still in the ground over here. Because I really don't want to leave them behind. As best I can. Otherwise, grab that pellet. Just as a last day effort. And grab another treasure. Or well, ship part. Feels like a treasure though.
Extraordinary bolt. This bolt's bolt holds the kind of value that only a true connoisseur can understand. I've now recovered 6 out of 30 parts. If I can find just 6 more, I should be able to increase my ship's capabilities.
Very nice. That is the exact kind of progress I love seeing. Now, ideally, should have all 100. Perfect. Now, otherwise, in terms of treasures, there are 2 over there, one of which need, or I think both need blue Pikmin. Because if you hadn't guessed, it's red, yellow, and blue. And for those of you who don't know, on the cover of the game, you can see the blue Pikmin. So, it's not really a big spoiler that I mentioned they're here. Otherwise, there is a treasure back there, but we're going to need blue Pikmin there as well. So, pretty much everything here that we can and should do is done. It took us, what, a whole 3 days? And we've pretty much cleaned out another area. Pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. Our numbers, despite the casualties, are up. We've done well. Though it is sad seeing Pikmin perish. But do I love that end of the day jingle. Something about hearing it and seeing it every single time you play the game just feels right.
3 days since impact. I now add yellow Pikmin to my list of discoveries. These creatures can wield bomb rocks, so perhaps I can use them to blast down rock walls and open up new regions. Red and yellow Pikmin, as well as bomb rock carriers, break into squads when dismissed with X, or when I grab one for a moment by holding A.
So yeah, not bad on our numbers. Increased them quite a bit. We lost 9 in battle, but hey, that's not so bad. 24 parts remain, 27 days remaining. We're doing a darn good job. Let's save the game. Very nice. And now, we have an entire new area. The Forest Navel. Oh boy. This one's a bit of a doozy. But, let's jump right in. Oh, baby. This place is quite interesting. It's more or less the cavey swamp kind of area. And let me tell ya, it is intriguing. So what I would recommend is get about 45. And let's say, like, 15 yellows should do. Because we have a new goal for here. We want to get a new kind of Pikmin as quick as possible. But what I would recommend is getting a bunch of Pikmin working on these different inclines. That's going to be incredibly important to actually getting through this area quickly. There's also all these little geysers, as well as sticks that can allow your Pikmin to climb up areas. Getting these things unlocked is going to seriously help. And to be honest, what I should do is call a handful back. Alright, maybe not that many. But, well, maybe more than that, but come on. Point is, this whole area is going to be a lot of just making sure you're getting all your Pikmin doing something. There we go. Now, I only want to throw red Pikmin on this, no yellows, because those enemies are fire enemies. So if we send red Pikmin, they should be just fine. Oh. And here we have an interesting enemy. Ideally, I want to try to toss a Pikmin on its head. There we go. So it can do some damage. Still, well, let's be careful, shall we? In fact, you know what? Ooh. See how that guy is just blowing fire? That is why I don't want the yellow ones down there. Because he's going to just keep blowing fire, and only the reds can really deal with that very well. So let's do that. And then let's bring our yellow Pikmin back up this way. And have them help with this. Because that should aid us quite well. There we go. There's that gosh darn red bug or whatever the heck he is. Now, if you get him like this, you can actually do a fair bit of damage to him pretty easily. Because dealing with him now will actually save you a fair bit of headache later. So, I try to deal with him as quick as I can. But you also want to make sure you're getting other objectives done while trying to deal with him. So for now, I think we've bullied him more than enough. Let's go check on our red boys, shall we? Alright. They're down here playing with the blowhogs. Now luckily, they can't hurt our red Pikmin pretty much at all. They will get rid of their flowers, which is a little annoying. But they're really not that bad. Otherwise, too, Olimar will be damaged by them. Because he is not fireproof, even though his spacesuit might look it. So just keep that in mind. Ow. He also can be hit by the, blunt force trauma of the hog, which is no fun. So ideally, beat him on up. And you want to get rid of as many of these guys as you can. Try to be careful now, because if they face that water, they can throw your Pikmin into it. And if you see, there's another predator in the distance there watching us. You want to be very careful of that one. Because that enemy is rather tough. Otherwise, with all that said and out of the way, let's get our Pikmin over this way. And come on, buddy. I was going to say, if you're not going to face us, then we'll just start picking away at this. Because he is not really a problem, is he? Now, if you see, I'm doing a very similar technique to what I did before. Ooh, these guys. These guys I don't like letting Pikmin try to deal with, but they have one innate strength. They can fly away from Olimar. But, in the meanwhile, let's go grab the blue onion, shall we? To get a very important type of Pikmin. The blue Pikmin. Now, if it wasn't already obvious, their innate strength is they can go in water.
It is a Pikmin of yet another color. Near this one's cheeks is what appears to be a set of gills. This trait suggests to me that this blue type of Pikmin can enter the water without any trouble whatsoever. There's only one way to find out. It's true!
So yeah, ideally, we will have him start dealing with that. And then I want to actually try to go grab all of our other Pikmin to start dealing with other things.
Automatic gear. It has thin cracks running through it. I tried to fill them with dirt. I hope it will be alright. I've now recovered 7 of 30 parts. If I can find just 5 more, I should be able to increase my ship's capabilities.
Because now that we have blue Pikmin, the world is our oyster. With the final color available to us, we actually have nothing left in our way. We can do just about everything, which is really nice. But what I want you fellas doing, honestly, is opening this gate. That will be rather helpful. Then if we have Olimar run down here, we can have this blue Pikmin get a little bit of a hand here, which actually did fairly well on his own, which is good. But getting all of the Pikmin to do their various jobs is rather important. So, that's going to be one of the biggest things early game. Getting your numbers up for each of the colors, and then returning to previous areas to clear them out. It's kind of the whole mantra of this game, at least. Later on, in Pikmin 2 and 3, your goal changes a fair bit. But for now, the things are relatively simple, which is nice. Now, otherwise, too, seeing as these are always blue, you can actually have Olimar start knocking them down while waiting for the Pikmin, which is really useful. Let's have them start carry those back. And ideally, pluck these new ones. And then we should be able to go retrieve the corpses of those hogs. Because they are fairly heavy. Sounds like our red boys are done grabbing the gate. Ooh, and these guys. Just remember how I said I don't like fighting them? That is because if they take enough damage, they will retreat into the air. I can't see, can't see. Okay, careful. But these guys are a menace. Oh. Well, he got one of them, but should be fine. Should give our blue boys plenty to carry back, which is good. Oh, come on. Just grab it. And let's grab our red Pikmin here. Have them start fighting this hog. Now, I really hate this blowhog in particular, because he's so close to the water there. So you gotta make sure he's facing the correct angle, otherwise he will blow your Pikmin into that water there, which is really dangerous. What I want to do is bring my red Pikmin over this way, and have them start fighting. I think they can beat these fire geysers up? Oh, no, they can't. Right. That is a later thing. But I can have them deal with this bridge, which I will do. Otherwise... yeah, we need blue Pikmin for this. Ow. Gotta remember, Olimar is not fireproof. Also, let's run on back. Now that they are doing that, we should be able to grab our blue Pikmin and start increasing those numbers a fair bit. That's kind of the biggest thing I care about today. Also need to make sure I grab those yellow Pikmin, but they should be okay. Pluck all the buds. The nice thing is we can kind of supervise our red Pikmin from here, which is good. And ultimately, they should be fine, but you never know. Alright, all the blues, nice and plucked. I will say, I love their striking color. Especially in comparison to Olimar. They're so visually distinct. I always loved the deep blue that they have. Alright. Let's get all these back. Now, if you see in the distance there, that grub is starting to carry back some of the things we killed. Which is why I like getting rid of him as early as I can. Because he's going to steal our items. It's not a huge deal, initially. But it does make a difference. So let's get all of our blues in there. There you boys go. And at this point, I think our red should be about done with that bridge. So let's go collect them now, so I don't have to do it later.
I've made yet another Pikmin-related discovery. Just when I was about to exceed 100 Pikmin in the field, the onion stopped expelling seeds, yet the total number of Pikmin continued to climb. Seems that once there are 100 Pikmin in the field, subsequent seeds get stored inside the onion. Thus, no more than 100 Pikmin can be in the field at one time in any area.
So, same as before. Sounds like the bridge is done, which is perfect. Really good timing. Now, unfortunately, for the treasure that's up there, we're going to need every single kind of Pikmin. So, call it good. You got the bridge done. That's really what mattered. At this point, what I would do is have some of these red guys start carrying this stuff back, so that way the blues can grab it a little easier on their way back. So then, too, we also need to grab the yellows that were busy doing the bridge. So we'll stop them about right here. There we go. And then... yeah, we can go up this bridge here, which is why it was so important we got this. Because this area is a little brutal in how it first begins. There's a lot of ways you just can't go, which makes it difficult to navigate. As you can see, there are little alcoves like this that allow you entrance into areas, but it's still not great. Otherwise, too, let's grab these yellows here. And I want to say the bomb rocks are over this way. Can you guys knock it off? Alright. So what you can do is bring the yellows down here, and I guess the one red, and have them start working on this. There is another treasure there, but I do not wish to grab it right now. Because frankly, we just don't have the time in the day. Namely, I want to run around here and grab our blues. Whoops, don't throw them. Careful now. You gotta be real careful right here. So I'm pulling a real tight maneuver. What I want to do is get all 40 of the blues, have them carry back the blowhog, and all the other things, and then run back and grab all of our yellows. That is the goal. I do not know if they will do it in time, though. So I'm really going to be cutting this close. Alright, there we go. Let's check our map real quick, too. Make sure there's no stragglers. Shouldn't be. Okay, perfect. What I'm gonna do, start running around real quick here. Real quick. This is why this is a little scary. So they should make it back. I'm gonna trust in them. Which might be the first mistake. Oh yeah, they should be fine. Then we can go over this way. We'll be able to call these yellows. Just like so. And so the other red Pikmin should be back in base. And then that one's by his onion, which means he should be fine. as goofy as this is, we should be all set and safe. Keyword being should be. But hey, a lot got done today. Plenty of treasures, blue and yellow Pikmin working together along with the reds. To be fair, I don't think I really needed the yellow ones, but you get the idea. They'll have a lot more to do here the next time we visit. But hey, I feel pretty good. I guess here's the answer. Did I leave anyone behind? Based on there not being any Pikmin running around, looks like we're all safe. Very good.
4 days since impact. Deep in the cave I discovered in the forest, I encountered blue Pikmin. These blue fellows have something resembling gills on their cheeks, and they appear to be amphibious, surviving both in water and on land. The wonders of nature never cease to stun me, even in this alien land.
There we go. Only one lost in battle, but hey, all of our numbers are doing phenomenal. Honestly, with how our numbers are looking, we might be able to just bum rush all the ship parts and stop really caring about getting more Pikmin. Because frankly, you only ever need 100 of one type. So if I play good, well, it's looking up for us. And so, now that we have blue Pikmin in tow, I think next time we play Pikmin, we'll either return to the Forest of Hope or continue exploring the Forest Navel. My guess is I'm probably going to go and finish the Forest of Hope up, just because I know I can get everything there in pretty much one fell swoop, so long as I keep my wits about me. Otherwise, as always, I'm Brad. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.